The Grandmaster category introduced for the 10th edition of the race, and Zorbach and Bucher of Songa.info are in purple. On to historic Baines-Kloof Pass. The mild gradient of this tower section will suit the power riders. This is bad news for the Bulls teams in Multivan Merida, with the Czech Express Jaroslav Kulhavý up front. Sauser glancing over his shoulder to assess the damage they've done. An exhibition of real power. The calm, cool waters of the Witte River, with white-hot racing up above on Baines-Kloof Pass. The Bulls will forever rue the gap they let go at the Telkom hotspot when Jaroslav Kulhavý and Christoph Sauser surged. Even though there are 6 riders to share the work here, they're still losing time to Team Barry Songa. Jaroslav Kulhavý, described by his partner Christoph Sauser as the strongest rider the race has ever seen. Chasing hard, the gap has reached 3 minutes 30. Those yellow jerseys are in danger. Spectators are enjoying one of the most exciting years ever at the Absa Cape Epic. Bart Brenchens, legend of the sport, at the top of the game for 20 years, riding with South African Rob Sim in this group. While the best of the world battle it out up front, the heart of the race lies a few hours behind. Keen amateurs take on the challenge of a lifetime to complete 8 days of grueling riding over 700 kilometers and almost 16,000 meters of climbing. Amateurs typically begin serious preparation up to 10 months before the Absa Cape Epic starts in the latter half of March. They'll increase mileage, plan rehearsal races, visit coaches for training plans, consult dietitians for eating plans. Such is the dedication required to tackle the world's premier mountain bike stage race. Very often riders may purchase a new bike for the race and spend on average 35,000 Rand on a bike alone. Some will spend more. Then there's the maintenance: chains, cassettes, tyres, cables, brake pads and servicing. The camaraderie and spirit are unmatched in this unique event. At the end of the day, once they've had a hot shower to wash the considerable dust and dirt off themselves, they can walk into the dining marquee and meet Olympians, world champions, and in the 10th edition in 2013, a Tour de France winner in Stephen Roach, and in the morning line up on the grid with a former Formula One world champion, Alain Prost. There are hard times too. Riders' bodies and minds are tested to the limit. Hard men are sometimes reduced to tears. Blood is shed. And for the sweat part, well, that goes without saying. Dulorf means labyrinth, and it celebrates the Absa Cape Epic 2013. Back to the racing. Team Barry Songa head into the famed Veldenpass single track. Rated by many as the most fun you can have on a mountain bike, but it's all business here. The two Bulls teams in Multivan Merida are losing time hand over fist. It's over 4 minutes now, and there's still the final climb to come. Yellow is slipping from the Bulls' grasp. Olympic champion Kulhavý is on fire. Sauser is not too bad either. The two former world cross-country champions feel right at home in the winding single track. Railing the bends, shifting gears, then accelerating hard. It's all out now. In the thick of the pine forest, the leaders are out of sight of the chasers. Up the climbs, there's no respite. Plattenhuber get help from teammate Thomas Deitch. The Frenchman is earning overtime today as the chase group tackles the lower slopes of the last climb. Up front, Kulhavý and Sauser aren't letting up for a second. The gap back to the Bulls teams and Multivan Merida is now 5.5 minutes. The Bulls' lead at the start was just under 9 minutes. Their buffer is diminishing with 3 more stages to come. Team Barry Songa already on the descent, but even smooth, prepared single track can be hazardous at these speeds. Kulhavý and Sauser ride close to the limit, but without taking unnecessary risks. The chasers might just have to take risks. The two Bulls, Multivan Merida, going as hard as they can. Wellington awaits the winners of stage number 4. Kulhavi and Saza on the flat, smooth district roads now on the outskirts of town. Saza on the front. Kulhavi holding his wheel. Second on the road at Team Cannondale Factory Racing, Fontana and Fumig. Having a great day out, but where are the bulls in Multivan Merida? Team Barry Stander Songo win emphatically after an early move at the Telkom Business hotspot. They've ridden for 2.5 hours alone to take a dramatic victory. Fumig and Fontana can hear the announcer on the finish line. The Italian-German pair arrive in Wellington in second. They can't believe their luck, but where's the yellow jersey?
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
third on the road is Scott Factory Racing. South Africans Philip Bates and Matthijs Bierkes take a third place today. They've been riding strongly all day, richly rewarded with a spot on the podium. The chasing group have missed a turn. Disaster for Plattenhuber. Bulls team manager Friedman Schmuder waits anxiously. But it's Stefan Sam and young Simon Stevejohn who arrive fourth. The clock is at 20 minutes and counting. And at last they arrive, 22 minutes down. Carl Platt explains to Schmuder how they took a wrong turn and ended up on tomorrow's course. Terrible luck for the German-Swiss pair. The podium celebrations with Jaroslav Kulhavi and Christoph Saza back on top in yellow again, Team Barry Stander Songo. Celebrations from the late Barry Stander's mother, Mandy, and team manager Bobby Behan. Grandmaster leaders powering to the line, Bucher and Zorberg. Ariane and Eric Kleinans of Team RCM rode with extra caution today. No need to take risks. He had over an hour's advantage overall. Charles and Cherie Stander, brother and wife of Barry, they've had a fantastic day out. They would finish second in the mixed. Catherine Williamson and Yolande Speedy, Team Energas, again dominant in the women's race.
Yeah, first of all, it feels really, really good, and I think we didn't steal that yellow jersey, but we're only borrowing it for I don't know, hopefully until Lawrence Ford, and that will be the peak epic ever.
We started this epic with the mindset to be easy in the back, don't push too hard, and it was okay for the first day, but then we realized that at least we were not that weak and we could be a little bit in the front, and actually we enjoy more. Obviously, I mean, from now on the real race start, and you could feel it today.
Yeah, we were very focused and looked after our equipment. Today was sort of a real mountain biking stage. It started getting rough at stages. Some guys were under pressure, and yeah, we just had our kept our gaps on the downhills when it was dusty and rocky, and yeah, we managed to stay out of trouble. And yeah, we were awake. We were very awake. We didn't miss any turns. So getting third is sort of a cool reward for that.
The Bulls' problems shouldn't detract from a sensational ride by Kulhavi and Saza. Cannondale Factory Racing took second in a brilliant performance by Bass and Bierkes to put them on the podium for the first time. Multivan Merida, the Bulls teams were 6th, 7th and 8th on the day. On appeal, the UCI commissaires awarded Multivan Merida and both Bull teams the winning time plus 10 minutes on overall GC based on the time gap between the leaders and the chasing group before the wrong turn and the time it would have taken them to get back en route. The Bulls now 1 minute 12 behind Saza and Kulhavi. Speedy and Williamson were 66th overall on stage 4 as they extended their lead in the women's race. Team Seabear of Turpin and Mertens had another super day out. Stander and Stander, riding in honour of brother and husband Barry, was second behind Eric and Ariane Kleinans. Team Energas are an hour and 40 minutes clear of Pragma Vulcan Ladies. Seabear just 3 minutes ahead of the 4th place team Dawn Wing. In the mixed, Australians Peter Mullen and Jared Maroney are now in second, well ahead of Exaro Cyclelab's Labuskachny and De Villiers. One of the most prolific stage winners in the race, Nico Fitzenmein, partner Abrao Azevedo of Team Bridge, with another strong day, finishing 10th, 8 seconds ahead of Superior Brenchens. In the Grand Masters, Team Balamori out of the race. Venus van Onselen suffered injuries in a fall. Bucher and Zorberg took their 5th stage in a row. Team Bridge stay in the Telkom Business Masters blue jerseys by 42 minutes from Brenchens and Sim. Multiple SAH Group champions Paul Furbank and Chris Brand moved up to second in the Grand Masters. Lee Bluitz and Tony Conlon joined them on the podium. Stage 5 of the 2013 Absa Cape Epic is the day that cross-country riders have been eyeing out. At 75 kilometres and 1,800 metres of climbing, it's relatively short, but it will deliver massive enjoyment with more single track than on any previous Absa Cape Epic stage. The focal point are the Baines MTB trails at Velvet Pass, a memorable day for all. After a long hot day on the trails, the last thing riders need is to have to clean their own bikes, and thanks to the dedicated team from Pragma, Absa Cape Epic riders are relieved of this task. As they cross the line, their bikes are taken from them straight to the Pragma bike wash station. Enthusiastic young men, many of whom are aspirant Absa Cape Epic riders from the Exaro Academy, take great care in ensuring that every last bit of dust, mud, dirt and grime is removed with biodegradable degreaser. The water is also recycled. The riders receive an SMS notification from the Pragma crew when their precious sparkling steed is placed in the bike park, ready for another day on the Absa Cape Epic trails.